What's up, guys? We're gonna try another vlog today. After getting a little gimbal and the microphone, it took me a while to finally understand how these operate, but I really wanted to try coming out to Magic Mountain to have some fun this afternoon. Gonna wander around, ride a few things, do a little bit of off-ride footage, and yeah, just gonna have some fun. Thank you guys for watching today. All right, so this guy just learned the hard way that gimbals are not allowed in the park. Anyway, it's fine. I just walked it back to the car real quick. Already having a Six Flags day, as you can tell. Right outside the entrance right now. I'm gonna head back over to DC, try to get on Wonder Woman. I've been craving a ride on that, so we're gonna start back there today. It's a beautiful day here. It's March 9th. It's a Sunday. Doesn't feel like there's really spring break crowds quite yet here. Park seems to be pretty average in terms of how busy it is, but I haven't really gotten in any lines yet, so we'll take a look and see how bad it's really gonna be once I'm in line for something. Very clearly, you can see some of the dirt for the construction that's going on at the moment. Part of their old theater, at least the stairs, is still intact here, but everything else seems to be getting shaped around the terrain, getting set. Pretty sizable chunk of land here, and it is in the front, which is nice, because right now Full Throttle is kind of the only thing that's right here in the front, so this will be a nice addition, whatever they are cooking up right now. I gotta say, guys, with the recent trend of repainting coasters different color schemes, which sometimes is great, I really do appreciate that they still went back and gave Goliath its original colors. It looks so great. The colors are popping. It's one of the first things you can see as you're driving into the parking lot. And man, it looks really good. Bravo to them for that. It's not happening. All right, so Wonder Woman was super packed. I might go back again in a little bit to try that out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna head into Scream Punk, go check out Twisted Colossus and Scream, see what those lines are looking like. Just got off of Twisted Colossus, which was so wonderfully delightful. My first ride, or I guess my first half of the ride, was wonderful. That was my first coaster of the day, so all the forces really got to me. That first drop in the back where I sat was absolutely phenomenal. My train also got a great second lap because we perfectly raced with the following train, which is not terribly common. It makes the experience like 10 times better. But even so, it's easily my favorite ride in this entire park. So it was worth what I waited, which I think was around 45, maybe close to 50 minutes. All right, the line died down just a little bit. So I'm gonna try and get a spin on Wonder Woman here. Just got off a Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. I almost got back in line just because it started getting a little bit shorter by the time I got off. Guys, this ride is so much fun. It is relentless airtime the entire ride. Easy second favorite coaster in this park. Right behind the other arm, say Twisted Colossus, but yeah, so much fun. I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan. Great ride. I'm gonna go take a ride on Riddler's Revenge real quick, see how it's doing. This will be my second time riding. Just rode Riddler's Revenge for the second time ever. And I actually had a much more pleasant experience this time versus my first ride, where I think I was trying to stand up too much. I gave my legs like a little bit of breathing room this time, and that seemed to work a lot better. It's a great layout. It's honestly a pretty fun ride, but the stand-up aspect definitely kind of takes away from it. This viewpoint is insane. Look at all of that track, all those supports. That's pretty awesome. What's up, shawties? Honestly, with these Six Flags kids, dude, if one of these geese was provoked, it would not end well. Well, after all the other pretty long lines I waited in today, I wandered over to Apocalypse, and dude, it was a walk-on. No one in the line at all. I walked right into the second to last row. And then I did it twice because there was still no line after. This ride is so much fun. It is so different from anything else they've got to offer here now. And it's so perfectly aggressive and a very fun attraction. Yeah, I don't know if this is a common take, but I think this is probably in my top 5, maybe even top 4 coasters of the park. I really dig Apocalypse. It's so cool. There's also some like decent theming in the queue, which is really cool. I don't know if it's left over from when this was Terminator Salvation, the ride, or if it was fresh for Apocalypse, but so cool nonetheless. I mean, there's a whole like, indoor section with like lots of gadgets and gizmos in there. I don't know, it's entertaining if nothing else. Very, very cool. This whole western area of the park is very cute. It's very shaded and feels very separate from the other sections and lands of this park. I really like it. It's the whole area by Tatsu. They have a couple of food options over here. Got the Frontierland style music playing. Kind of gives off Silver Dollar City vibes, honestly, but it's a nice break from all of the other very sunny, warmer concrete midways. Some of the sightlines here are like magnificent, especially coming from someone who's used to the Florida park still. Like, that's crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Just took a spin on Viper, back seat. It was awesome. I've had such interesting rides on Viper so far. And let me tell you, it really depends on where you seat in the train, where you're seated in the train. I have noticed that in the front 2 seats of a car, you're gonna have a much better experience because you've got more leg room, which is a lot more comfortable. Whereas the back 2 seats, you are a little bit more condensed, and that tends to hurt quite a bit. But the front car and the back car, the 2 front seats in those cars, if that makes sense. And it also can be one of the worst rides ever if you sit in the wrong seat and, you know, bonk your head around too much. So it really does depend on how you ride it, but you can have excellent experiences here. This is one of the most intense roller coasters, at least in the park. Maybe not ever, but I love it. I love it a lot. Also, one of the only aero loopers that gives me what my mom calls a tickle belly on the drop. The drop in the back seat is fantastic. It feels long, it is steep, and then you go right up into that gigantically tall loop. Oh, it's so much fun. This whole placard outside of Viper, the greatest coasters ever built, it's pretty cool. A little self-congratulatory, but it is fun to see like all the coasters kind of grouped together in one big little mural display. This is my 5th time ever in this park, and I think I finally understand how to enjoy it here. You really just need to relax, go with the flow, and roll with the punches. Know that you may deal with some ridiculous lines, but that the coaster quality is most of the time pretty worth it. Like, there are some fantastic rides here. I think that's a fun video idea for some point. Maybe I will do that, ranking the coasters of the park. Again, I just really love how green this half of the park is. It's really interesting, and because of how hilly and terrainy the park is, it makes it a very unique atmosphere. The park closed like a minute ago, and I didn't even realize because I was filming stuff. So I'm gonna head out of here. I had a great time. It's been a beautiful day here, a beautiful Sunday up in Valencia, California. I have plenty of issues with this place, but I keep coming back because the rides, the coasters, specifically that top 6 they've got, it's worth it. They keep me wanting more, so I'm gonna keep coming back and riding them. I think it's gonna do it for today here at Six Flags. Had a nice little half day and got on plenty of roller coasters and had a lot of fun here.